This is Duncan. Duncan is a Boston Terrier who has very poor mouth manners. In this video, I'm going to go over some tips you can do to teach dogs to have better bite inhibition. Now, he's going to chew on some things to begin with. Let me talk a little bit about where this comes from. Puppies, when they're born, they have give off a pheromone. The pheromone is kind of a special smell that they emanate. It tells adult dogs, I'm a baby, I need to be shielded and protected. So that's an important part of why we're going, it makes sense in a sec. Now, for puppies, when they bite us with their teeth, we have a tendency to say no. Sometimes we yelp. That's the old protocol. We don't do that anymore because the yelping usually makes them bite us more. Why do they bite? Well, when they're young babies, they don't know how to calibrate how hard or soft they're grabbing something with their mouth, and dogs don't have thumbs, so they have to grab things with their mouth. So puppies have this pheromone. If they play with adult dogs and they bite too hard, the pheromone protects the puppy and the adult dog will not correct them. As humans, we just don't like it, so we tell the puppy, no, don't use your mouth, but the dog has to use its mouth. If they play with adult dogs, they're not getting the feedback. If they play with other puppies of a similar age, like about a month of their age, the pheromone cancels out. So when he bites me as a puppy too hard, I yelp. That feedback causes him to disengage, and he's like, I'm sorry, man. I'm like, well, that hurt. That was too hard. I'm sorry, I didn't know. And then they go back at it. Now, the best way for puppies to develop bite inhibition is playing with other puppies. Matter of fact, it is so powerful that 1 hour of playing with another puppy is equivalent to if a trainer comes to your house and works with your dog for 24 hours a day for 7 days straight, that's not as good as 1 hour of playing with another puppy. But if you do have a puppy, your puppy should only play for 5 minutes per month it is aged. So an 8-week-old puppy should play for 10 minutes. 12-week puppy, 15 minutes, and so on and so forth. So basically, a lot of time, and the window to develop bite inhibition is at 5 months. So this is why it's so important if you get a puppy. This looks really dirty. If you get a puppy, this is why you want to have them playing with other puppies, and you want to get in puppy classes before they turn 16 weeks, or excuse me, 5 months. All right, now since he is over a year, so we've missed that window, we're not going to put this in David's crotch over and over. Drop? Yes. All right, so what I'm going to do is I have a treat here. I can do it a couple ways. I'm going to fold it under my thumb. The fold there. When I feel him lick, I say yes and release it. Let's come over here, better camera presence. All right, so I'm going to do it with, I guess, with this hand. So I put it in here, fold it over, and he has to lick to get it. When I feel his tongue, I say yes and release it. When he does that consistently, I can add the cue. Gentle, yes. Gentle, yes. So now he's using his tongue versus his teeth because his teeth didn't work. Now, if you don't have enough of a fold on your thumb, you can also, hey, come over here. I can also put it under my thumb like this. Tooth, yes. Feel a lick, I release it. And when he's doing it consistently, then you can say, yeah, you can say gentle, lick, yes, and release it. Okay, now we can also use a little flatware. So I'm going to take a soft chewy, that's, hey buddy, over here, sit, gentle, yes. Now a lot of dogs will chomp on this thing, and when they do, they feel the metal. And so they learn to start using their teeth, or their tongue instead of their teeth. Now, some people don't like using the flatware. I learned about the flatware thing when I had a dog that was eating poop and I was giving him pineapple. And I was skewing the pineapple skewers on the fork and he was chomping at it. He didn't like that, so he backed off and he started licking at it. And I would say yes, and then he would lick up a little bit of the pineapple. Eventually, when he did it consistently, I would say gentle, present it, he licked it off. So now you're introducing a word that means to be called, or to use your mouth. Now, if he's mouthing on me, like he was, I may take this away from you. Yes. So he's mouthing on. A lot of times when dogs are mouthy, they're overly tired, or they need exercise. Yes. And a lot of times we wrestle with puppies when they're young, and puppies wrestle with their mouth. So I do not recommend wrestling with a puppy. And he got my finger here pretty good. So what I can do is if he's mouthing at me, and a lot of times they're overexcited is when they get mouthy. So what I could do is pull one of his toys that I snagged out of his back pocket, and I don't want to just give it to him, I want to tease him with it. Because if you just give it to him, he won't be interested. So I'm kind of teasing him, and then he grabs a hold of it, and I play tug of war a little bit, And then I might just hold it for him, which is what his partner's boyfriend does. Or I can let him take it away from me, and then he goes and takes it, and he goes somewhere and leans it against things. Right now he's leaning against me and chews on it. Redirecting your dog can help. But if your dog is coming up and the redirection doesn't work, the soft mouth kind of teaches the cue of it, but a lot of times it's because they're underslept or not getting not enough exercise. So ask yourself, has it been at least an hour since he slept? A dog his size should basically be sleeping like 12 to 14 hours a day. And so if he hasn't slept in an hour and he's getting mouthy with you, he's probably overly tired. That would be a good time to take him to the crate or facilitate a way that is going to help him be calm. Now, a lot of us don't get our dogs enough exercise, and then when they yelp or when they chew on us, we say no or whatever it is, and we motivate them to want to do it more often. So if you have a puppy and you're watching this, make sure you get a positive social puppy class where they get to play with other puppies. They can learn that bite inhibition. If you have an adult dog that has bad mouth manners, again, try to, when they you can practice these exercises. Something else you can do is I'm holding on to this and I'm kind of playing with it. And I usually do this, I don't see one here, but like if I have a rope toy and I'm playing with this. Playing with the rope toy, you got something on your mouth. There you go. And anytime he touches me with his teeth, I just immediately drop. The game stops. So I play tug of war, which dogs like to play tug of war. But as soon as he touches my teeth the first time, don't say, oh, he didn't mean to. That confuses dogs. Us trying to be nice actually confuses them. The second he touches you with his teeth, just immediately drop the toy and stop engaging with him. Now, unfortunately, like shoelaces, if you have a shoe that is more of a boot or something you put in that doesn't have shoelaces, I would try to wear those temporarily. And when he does it, if he's mouthing, he's jumping around at you, just stand up and cross your arms, put them in your armpits, and just kind of freeze. Even if he's tugging at your stuff, don't give him it, because all attention for dogs is rewarding. Duncan. We're going to finish this up in a sec. Duncan, come here. Duncan. Now, one other thing. Right here, I'm taking something away from him, which you want to try to avoid doing, because that sometimes can develop a resource guarding issue. So if he's got something, I want him to drop it. Yes. Hold it up to his mouth. As soon as he drops the item, say yes and put the treat in his mouth, and don't pick up the item. To dogs, a lot of times they mouthing and biting us because we're grabbing stuff because we haven't taught him to drop. So every time he has something in his mouth, just pull the treat out and hold it up to him. All right, Duncan, let's come over here, buddy. Oh, yes. This is my buddy Duncan. Looks like he's smoking a cigar. Yes. And these are some tips and tricks you can use if you have a dog that's mouthy and nippy with you.